Hello everyone, my name is Anton, and in this video I want to talk about some updates that came out this week, and actually one that came out a while ago, but I happened to miss it and I've been out for a little bit, but it's on the iPad and a couple of them are on the desktop. So let's go ahead and get into these here. So on the iPad, one of the things that did come out is that now the view and the navigation on a tablet has changed. So if you're on an iPad or any other tablet device, you will notice now that up here in the left hand corner, you now have a way to open up the side pane to navigate within the application a little bit differently than you could before, where before it was just a stretched out phone app that you had to deal with on a tablet. Right now you have this left hand pane to navigate throughout the app. So you can come in here and you can navigate to your highlights, your tags, your card library, and your whiteboards. And then you have your recents on the side. So we still don't have the ability to have the tabs on the side like you do on the desktop. And you also don't have any of the tasks that will show up in this particular list. But I'm pretty sure that's something that's coming down the line now that we have this view here. Also at the bottom, you can get to your daily journal by just clicking on the daily journal icon. You can search and then you can add cards to your library or the application using the buttons down here below. Now this helps greatly for navigation because you can go into a map, and if you need to get out of this map and get to one of the other uh, cards or whiteboards or highlights, then you can go ahead and switch pretty easy in here without having to go back like you used to until you reach the home page. Now you cannot like drag anything from the side here and drop it over onto the whiteboard. So that's only reserved for the right hand navigation. So if you open up the side panel here, you can come in here and say, click on one of these here and drag it into the whiteboard or your map. But this is not allowed if you try to do this using any of the navigation on the left hand side. So you can only switch your cards or your maps or to highlights and tags on this side using this here. So if we go into tags, we can go ahead and we can switch here. Another thing that hasn't come yet is that on the desktop, when you switch into your tag view, you do get the ability to see properties on these tags. And right now you do not get that particular view where you can see the properties or add properties to the different items that are in this particular list. So again, hopefully that's something that comes to this. But like with some of the other applications that are out there, the mobile app might simply be more of a companion where you can't do as much editing and setting up and setup on the actual mobile device, but you can still interact with the content and the data and the information that you have in there. So pretty good navigation here. It's kind of a clue to where we're going in the future. Again, improving the tablet experience, and this is a good addition. Now, let's go ahead and move over to a couple of items I want to mention on the desktop side. Okay, so now we're on the desktop, and let's take a look at a couple of different things that was added here not too long ago. Let's see, the first one is going to be the new windows. So now you can have multiple windows of Heptabase running at the same time. So if you need to open things up and have them side by side, whether it's two maps or a map and a document or multiple documents open, you can come in here and you can open up multiple windows here. I don't know if there's an actual limit to the number you can open, but it seems like you can open up multiple windows here, probably as many as you can get on your actual screen, and that makes sense. So yes, this is a pretty good addition for those who have a workflow where they may need to work with multiple documents at the same time. Now, the other one is going to be Heptabase's first introduction into the AI space. So they now have AI embedded into the application, and they have it in the form of what they're calling Insight. So what you would need to do is right click, as it says here, on any card and select Generate Insight to see it here. Now, this only works with text, an actual text card. So if you have another card where you have a PDF, so let's come in here and let's go to, say, the card library. Like if I brought in a PDF card and I was to right click on this, this does not give me any options for finding insights at all here. So this does not work on every card. So this right here, maybe that's something they're going to introduce, but just note that this needs to be a card where it's just text in it for now. I haven't seen it work on anything else. So in order to get that going, let me remove this card here. And what we'll do is we'll open up a browser and we'll pull in some content from a browser, a web page here. So let's go to this web page. I'm going to go ahead and clip some information here. So that's a pretty big card of information. We can see how long this thing is. And yeah, we'll go ahead. That's been saved. And if we come back in here, let's go to the cards again. We'll pull this one in here. And now that this is here, let's go ahead and open that style pane up. Let's right click on this. And at the bottom here, we can see where it says Generate Insights. So let's go ahead and click this. It does give you a couple different options here. Which type of content to create atomic insights for. And one is an article or a transcript. Right now, this is an article. So let's go ahead and generate insights and see what it comes back with. So that was pretty quick, and it came back with a few different insights from this particular article. And what we can do from here is add some of this information to, so let's go ahead and shrink that down. Let's go back into the insights. If you come into the card, we can click on it and it actually highlights the section that it's based its insights on from within the card itself. So you can see where it basically got its information from when it created these insights, what it used as context. And you can do this for all of them here. You can see how as you go down the list here of insights, the further down it goes into the actual card, the information that was in the card. So yeah, we can come in here and we should be able to take this information. Let's take one of these cards. We can turn it into a card. And again, we can locate the source, or we can just go ahead and delete this stuff out of here. So if this information is useful, you can turn it into a card. But that's it for the insight. They have not implemented anything other than this here. So all you can really do is run the insight or generate the insight on the card with the information in it. And then you can take that insight and then you can just add it as cards and put it on your map and use it in your brainstorming or as you're doing your note taking here. One other thing to note here is that when you want to get rid of these insights that were generated, you have the ability to regenerate the insights. But if you want to delete that information, it doesn't really give you. So if I go out and I come back in, we can see these insights are generated here, but it doesn't give you a good way to clean this entire view up. So let's say, I don't want any insights right now, and I want all of this information to go away. I'd have to come in here and delete each of these one by one, this is going to be real tedious. So they should have a button up here that just says delete all or clear insights or something like that there to get rid of all of this information, and then just let me not use any insights if it doesn't generate anything that I really want, instead of having to remove these one at a time, because this is going to take a good amount of time, especially because it gives a lot of insights and separate insights in here. Maybe if they made one card and then had the different blocks as different insights, and then I can delete the actual card, that might be okay. But right now, yeah, it's not giving me a way to actually get rid of this. Let me see if there's something in the card section. No. Highlights, nope. And no. So there is no other way to get rid of all of this. If I was to fold, let's say fold all, that does not work. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean all these up and let's move on. Okay, so that's really it for the updates this week on Heptabase. If you have any feedback on any of these updates, please leave some comments down in the comment section of the video, especially for this insights here in this AI implementation, their first kind of use case that they're giving to us here in Heptabase. What are your thoughts on this here? To me, it's useful, but I'm not sure if it's something that I'm going to use all the time, especially where you have to generate the insight on an entire card itself. It would probably be nice if I was able to either have the chat like you typically find in the other apps, where you can just ask a question to AI based off maybe something you're thinking in your head, or maybe I can select a bit of text and generate insights off specifically that text that I have selected myself, versus being bound to have to do an entire card. I think it's probably a bit much in my opinion, but if you have like a large body of information, similar to like I clipped this entire website to be able to get the insights off of them for this particular example, if that's something that you do, then that's fine. But I don't find myself clipping entire websites and then trying to actually go through that and then leverage AI to say summarize or get insights from that entire article. I definitely rather have, again, either a chat window or the ability to make my own prompts where I can ask specific questions on what I want. I'm not sure exactly what their prompt is on the back end in order to get this information, but maybe again, if they opened it up to where I can type in exactly what it is that I'm trying to get from the information, and also come back with the formatting, because I like within the chat windows, they're like on Obsidian where I'm using the BMO chat bot, where I can specify again the format as well that it's returning to me, whether I want some kind of bullet point outline of the information as it comes out, a numbered list of questions that I probably should be asking on that content and that data. So yeah, just being able to generate insights here and it throws back all this information here is probably not as useful to me, just because I would rather be able to have the flexibility to customize the prompts that I am asking of the AI. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, have a nice day.